Hey eBay sellers, it's Suzanne A. Wells, and it's time for another recap of Money Making Mondays. Today we'll be looking at the sales from Monday, October 16th. And if you're not familiar with this video playlist, these sales come from my Facebook group of, let's see, we're almost at 27,000 now. So, what we do every Monday is sellers will post what sold the previous week, where they got it, how much they paid for it, how long it took to sell if they can remember. And there's a link to each listing so you can go look at it, see if it's fixed price or auction, look at all the details, and learn from other sellers' sales from the previous week. But before I get into the video, I want to give a little bit of feedback on our virtual assistant service that we're helping sellers out there get things listed. We do this all year long, but fourth quarter is when a lot of sellers come back and want to get that final push in for the holidays. So I just wanted to give you a couple of quick testimonials we've received over the past week. Deborah posted on my Facebook group. Huge shout out to Suzanne's virtual assistant listing service. She started eBay as her side hustle in late August, so she's only been doing this a couple of months. She works full time, has a son in college, and wanted to clean out closets and help with some bills. She got hooked on thrifting and loved the photography part, but was overwhelmed with listing and pricing. And she says that our service has saved the day and helped her start out strong in the fourth quarter. So that's exactly what we want to do. Then we've got Kylie, who sent me an email and said, I can't even tell you how wonderful your listings are and how much pressure this has eased in my life having a virtual assistant. I acquired about 600 pieces of clothing from a local consignment store for almost free, and I have been so overwhelmed trying to trudge through the piles. The laundry alone almost did me in. I would love to say that my business model is quality over quantity, but for now, it is what it is. I'll be pushing through the quantity along with a few quality pieces until I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Kylie also told me that she likes the service because it takes the whole psychological burden of listing off of her, and she can just focus on taking pictures and getting those to us so we can list her items. And let's see, there's another one here. Yeah, this one was cute from Happy Chica, Angie. Oh my gosh, Suzanne, they are so beautiful I could cry. This clears up so much time and energy on my part. I will definitely be sending in more pictures. Thanks again. I can't wait to make them go live. And then one last one is Diana, who said on my Facebook group, I wanted to give Suzanne A. Wells Virtual Listing Assistant program a huge shout out. I've been utilizing the service for a couple of weeks and I'm amazed at the results I'm having. Items are getting listed faster and I'm getting more money out of my items than I thought I could. The VAs are very knowledgeable and do a great job listing. I do eBay full time, but recently her mother in law became ill and she's had to help care for her, which means she has less time for eBay. I can't imagine what I would do without this. If any of you are up to your eyeballs in merchandise or want to ramp up your listings going into the holidays, give it a try. It's only $2 per item and worth every penny. So, we do, want to help you guys get your things listed, especially this time of year when holiday selling is just about to be upon us. I have a link to this video on the top right so you can go check that out, or go to my Facebook group and talk to some other people that have used the service so that you can get some feedback on how it works. Okay, so into Money Making Monday. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, this is one I wanted to show you. Delyn bought this Pendleton men's wool sweater at a thrift store for $3.24. It sold for in 2 weeks for $49.99. So a couple things about this. Oh, and I see she's in Douglasville, Georgia, which is in my area of the country. Pendleton is a good seller, and the fact that this is it's cable knit See how it's got the raised texture there, and these are often very thick and warm sweaters. You could also call this a fisherman's sweater. I should do a video on those because that's something that's really easy to look for because they're so chunky and thick and have the distinctive cable knit on them. Um, so she sold this for basically 50 bucks. She bought it for $3, and here is the easily identifiable blue Pendleton label, something that you can look for as you're flipping through the racks. The older Pendleton and even other brands, obviously, wool sweaters may have moth holes. Those are easily fixed. The chunkier and more textured the sweater is, the easier it is to fix those kind of things. Just quickly mend those holes. So just be aware of that. If it's older, it may have some moth damage, but these are still great sellers. And it may look plain and boring to you, but it's a great, what I call, utilitarian item that people wear all the time. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. And we've got, here's something interesting. Donna O'Shaughnessy found this Boy Scout lot of pans book free in a box at a garage sale, sold in 2 weeks for $21. So pick up those free items. There's nothing better than zero cost on your inventory. And what a great vintage set this is. That's really neat. And that was probably pretty lightweight to ship because the camping stuff is usually lightweight because you're trudging in the woods carrying all this stuff. And so that would be easy to ship. And she's got all the different pieces there. So absolutely look in those free boxes. That is a great flip. Good sale there. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me pick something here. Here's Dana. She found this in a neighbor's trash, listed for $9.99, got a ton of views, raised it to $11.99, and got questions from Kuwait and Australia. When listing ended, priced at $13.99, and it sold quickly. What's funny is this cheap Walmart brand sweatshirt missing the string is going to Beverly Hills 90210. Oh, that is funny. One of the most affluent zip codes out there. And it's just a basic camo hoodie, Sherpa line. It's got that thick lining, so it's really warm, and it's Faded Glory. It's a Walmart brand. Um, so way to go, Dana, going trash picking. um, and sometimes it's not trash picking. You just drive by and see something out there, and you're like, what is that? Because I do that all the time myself. She said it was sitting on top of his trash can in a plastic bag with some really torn up jeans, which she didn't try to sell. So there you go. Oh, here's something cool. Lisa paid $10 at a church rummage sale. This sold for best offer of $180 after how long? After about a week. Wow, that's the kind of stuff I like. Let's see, she paid $10, and this is a new Samsung DVD recorder player. So she's nothing better than new electronics. Everything's still in the plastic packaging. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And that's easy to ship because it's already boxed up and packaged and it's got the styrofoam in there, so nothing's going to happen to it. And she said she took a best offer of $180. There you go. Excellent. Okay, and Lisa had a great week. She's got a lot of things there that she sold. And here's Diana. Let's see. She's paid $4 at a consignment shop, had her VA list this, accepted best offer of $29.99 and shipping after 1 day. So here's the thing is if you can get these things listed, they could sell immediately. All those piles of stuff you have that you don't have time to list, it may be time to hire somebody to do that. At least try one batch and see what you think. But this is the whole purpose is get it listed so it can sell. And that's neat. She's got animal print. Actually, her VA wrote this title. So it's Michael Kors Women's Sleeveless Top Shirt 1X Black Gray Cheetah Animal Print. So there you go. Perfect bread and butter sale right there. All right, let's see. And there's Lisa again and Dana again. Our regulars that come every week and post their great sales. Um, okay, this is a great thing to look for. Jean bought a box of 4 pens for $3 at a yard sale, two Waterman fountain pens, one Schaefer ballpoint, and a Schaefer roller ball. Sold one of the Watermans in a couple of hours for $50. So she got all these pens for $3 and she sold one of them for 50. This is the kind of stuff you look for at estate sales, in all the boxes of stuff, or garage sales. And it's okay, they don't have to work. People buy the cartridges. These are very valuable because these tips can be made of gold, and that's what makes them so expensive, as well as the rest of the pen, the outside casing can be made of some expensive materials. So some people just love writing and love writing instruments. I'm one of those people. I love to write things on paper and in journals, and I've got whiteboards boards all over my house. I just like writing, and so some people just love writing instruments and they collect them, and it's kind of like a love for books. Just because everything is electronic now and Kindles and electronic readers, a lot of people don't like that, and I'm like one of those people. I like a book. I like the whole experience of holding the book and turning the pages and, you know, creating an experience when I'm reading, with candles and comfortable chair, and, when I had pets, having one of them sit on my lap when I'm reading a book. And that's the way it is with some people for writing instruments. They like the experience of holding the pen and writing, and there is some psychological research that says you are more creative when you've got that connection of the brain to the writing instrument in your hand. So I said all of that to tell you that just because things are electronic now, and we all type all day, and we're on our computers and our phones and everything, there are people out there who love writing instruments. So if you haven't looked into that, check that out. Okay, let's see. Here is, oh, just in time for Halloween, I'm guessing, and or NFL stuff. Shanna paid $4 at a Goodwill, sold for $25.99 plus shipping. Let's see what this is. Kids, Dallas Cowboy Troy Aikman jersey. Okay, yeah. So this could be Halloween related, or it could just be somebody's a fan of the Cowboys. NFL stuff sells well all year. But it does sell better closer to Halloween because a lot of kids dress up as, um, football players. So that's the thinking out of the box kind of thing. Oh, let's see. She said that's the wrong item. So let me see what she did here. Okay, so it's a little set. There we go. It's got the helmet and the jersey that she sold for $25.99. Okay, cool. Now, let's see what we've got here. Oh, here's something interesting. A Hugh Hefner type robe. Shanna bought for $1, sold for $15.99. I don't know why her links aren't going to the right place. Here it is. Vintage men's King Sport robe, smoking jacket, burgundy, black Hugh Hefner costume. That's perfect. She marketed this robe as a costume. That's what you got to think about when you are trying to get more views on your listing is what else can you put in those keywords to get people to your listing. Relevant words, always relevant. Okay, let's see what's George got this week. He always has the highest dollar things. Bought at a garage sale for $5, sold at auction for $406. George, I need to go thrifting or auctioning with you sometime because a few sales like this and I could totally have my credit card paid off. Antique Arts and Crafts era Benedict Studios hammered copper mission humidor. Is this a bell? What is this? Okay, he's explaining it. I'm not sure exactly what a humidor is. I'll have to look that up, but it looks like it's similar to a bell. Oh no, it's some kind of storage receptacle. Anyway, that is very interesting. Let's go look up what is a humidor. An airtight container for keeping cigars or tobacco. Okay, so now we know what a humidor is, if I'm even saying that right. It stores tobacco or cigars. Now that is an interesting item. This is why I love Money Making Mondays because I always learn new things. Who even knew there was a name for this? Um, so, wow, great sale. $5 turned into $406. He didn't say how long it took to sell, but who cares when you're getting that much money for it? Um, okay, let me see what else we can find here to talk about. Okay, let's give Crystal a little shout out here. Her first time posting on a Monday, a Money Making Monday. So, congratulations! Welcome to the dark side. Um, she's sorting through 4 generations of stuff from her husband's family. This was in his mother's craft stash. So, free. Sold for full price of $36.99, shipping to Canada. Wow. So, shout out to you, Crystal, for selling this, first of all, shipping it to Canada. Way to go on international shipping. And look at the price you got. Um, Here's Crystal's seller information. She's only got 21 feedbacks, and look at her jumping in to international shipping right away. So, congratulations. Great job. And let's see. She sold this for $36.99. That's perfect. Excellent. All right. Let me see who else I can pick on here. Um, Vintage shoe tree expanders. Okay, Jen, our illustrious moderator on this wonderful Facebook group that we have built. Next year will be our 10th year. Wow. $6 for the lot of these at Salvation Army. She took an offer of $35, took a little over 2 months to sell. And these are shoe trees. So, for you folks out there that don't know what these are, um, what are these funny looking things that have a cone on the end? People used to put these in their shoes to help retain the shape or even stretch them a little bit if they were very tight leather. I remember my dad used to have a bunch of these um, that he would put in his shoes. Some of them are made of cedar and they have this cone shape here, would expand. You could crank this crank on the end and it would expand. So it kind of helps keep the shape of your shoes and keep them in good shape. So she took $35 and it was 3 of these hammered aluminum metal adjustable. All great keywords there. Jen has recently joined my team of virtual assistants, so she has been selling on eBay, I think, as long as I have, since 2003. So she teaches me new stuff all the time. She's got her 30-day money back policy on there, which, if you missed that tip, um, If you don't have 30 days or longer on your listings, Cassini, the eBay search engine, pushes you down in search. It's not just that you get a boost for having 30 days, it's if you don't, you're penalized. So, one thing you can do immediately to get higher in search is, after you're done watching this video, or even pause it right now, go to your listings on the bulk editor, change all of your listings over to 30 days money back. Buyer can pay return shipping, that's not an issue, but it does help you get higher in search. And you can see Jen here is top rated plus. So she is definitely a leader in our eBay community, in a lot of ways. So hope I didn't embarrass you too much, Jen. Bottom line is, these are shoe tree or shoe expanders, if you don't know what those are, and obviously a great seller. So while everybody is fighting over the handbags and the Ralph Lauren clothing and all the stuff people know about, you can be in the back looking for shoe trees. Okay, now let's see. Oh, I love Disney stuff. Rebecca picked this up for 25 cents at a local thrift store, sold it in 3 weeks for $49.95. And oh, these are so cute. I love the Little Mermaid. And easy to spot in a bin because of the bright colors. And um, this is Flounder, that's the character's name, if you're not aware. So, plush is so great to sell. It's easy to ship, it's easy to store, it's easy to photograph. Not a lot you have to do to it. Um, I'm hoping to get a class put together on plush. That's one of my objectives for the next few months, because there's just so much out there you can learn. And a lot of you who haven't done it before have questions about shipping and cleaning and all those types of things. I do have a plush playlist. There's the link to the top, on the top right, if you want to see what I've got so far. But if you're not checking out the plush, you are definitely leaving money on the table, because look how cheap this is, 25 cents, and she sold it for 50 bucks. So a lot of categories to learn if you are not pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay, let me see. Here's Mark. He's always on here every week with his great sales. Let's see. Here's another Disney item. He paid $13 at an estate sale, sold it for 55 plus $11 shipping. Let's see what it is. It's a 1995 Disney Christmas at Our House Donald Duck stocking holder. So you put it on your mantle or wherever you're going to hang your stocking, and it's got the little hook there. So that's a stocking holder. And let's see, they paid shipping. This looks like it's made of like iron or metal, obviously not breakable. They're usually pretty heavy, so they can hold your stockings up there. So here we are in October, and sold this Christmas item for $55 plus 11 shipping. So holiday stuff sells all year. Oh, here's a good one. Kim took a couple of months. It's from her own collection. Sold 3 baskets to one buyer. This one was $69.99 plus shipping. It's a longer burger basket with a liner. So that is really pretty. I never see these at the thrift store. I guess they get grabbed up really fast, but I'm always looking for them. I think I found a small one once. But wow, for a basket, 70 bucks for a basket. Who knew? So look for those. Here's another high-priced item from Michelle. Took 6 weeks to sell, had over 800 views, bought at Goodwill for $4.79, took best offer of $75. Let's see what this is. Montage Moncherie bridal black beaded jacket, size 22. Wow, this is pretty. So I'm guessing the higher price has to do with the brand and the size. It's a larger size. and it's a formal item, so it's got pretty sequins and details on it. And what's it made of? It's made of polyester, so I was thinking it might be made of silk. It looks like silk. Very, very pretty. And that's perfect for someone who needed it for a formal event. So paid almost $5 and sold it for 75. You can't beat that. Great sale, Michelle. Okay, let me see what else. Oh, I'm going to pick on my daughter here. We got new iPhones a few weeks ago because they all died. Well, let me rephrase that. I had not gotten a new one in 4 years because every time we had an upgrade, I'd give it to one of my kids. And, you know, that's just a mom thing. So finally, I think it was an iPhone 5 I had had for 4 years. I mean, it just wouldn't do anything right. Like you'd try to call somebody and the calculator would open, or you'd get a text and try to answer it and it would go to the weather. It wouldn't even make phone calls anymore. So when we went to get our new phones, uh, the guy at Verizon, I handed him my phone to see, is there any trade-in value? Can you transfer my contacts? Can you do anything with this? And he looked at it and he's like, "How old is this?" And I said, "Well, that phone was used by the ancient Egyptians. Um, it does hieroglyphics and there's an abacus inside." And of course, he didn't know what I was talking about, but um, it was a joke about how old my phone was. So we got our phones and we got our earbuds, and none of us like them because we just don't like them. And so she sold hers. We both put ours on eBay, so she sold hers first for $20, and then I sold mine last week, I think, for 16. But I use headphones that are, have the cushion thing on your ear. I don't like these earbuds. So whenever my kids get new phones, they sell the parts that they are not going to use. And we even put the boxes up for sale because some of these used cell phone stores, they'll put the used phone in a box and, sell you that. So you can sell the boxes as well and the stickers. So anything you're not using with a new phone, you can sell it. So anyway, and here we have the daily car alarm going off. Okay. What else have we got? And let me find something that might be new to you guys. Oh, here's a good one. Connie picked up for $25 at a local garage sale, sold in about 4.5 months for $75. So she increased her investment by 3 times, which is great, and she charged shipping on that. So Ugg boots, always a good seller. There are fake Uggs out there, and it's pretty easy to tell the fake ones because they just feel really cheap. And they're like usually the ones that are lined with like this with the Sherpa stuff. Um, so be careful on those if you see them to make sure they're authentic because they can be fake. So just a word on Ugg boots. Great sale, Connie. Boy, she sold lots of shoes. She must be a shoe specialist. Okay, let me see what else. Here is Rita Bradley. She has this snake blouse from Michael Kors, and she bought one for $2 at a yard sale, washed it, and listed it the next day. And how long did it take? Took 2 days to sell. Yeah, these animal prints are really hot. So if you have that type of thing, make sure you put animal print. She's got snake print in the title because people will search for that. Um, and here she's got her Michael Kors tag with her snake print. So she's saying the snake blouses from Michael Kors. Okay, so that's a specialized animal print. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's who remembers this? Oh, I just can't believe I'm seeing a pencil sharpener. Um, this is a vintage pencil sharpener For those of you that don't know, this was the greatest excuse in the world to get up from your seat when you were in elementary school, is you had to sharpen your pencil, and then you go stand in line with everyone else sharpening their pencil, and it was just an opportunity to talk to people and get out of your seat. And it had all these little holes where you would turn it to the size of your pencil, because like in first grade, the early young ages, you'd have these big fat pencils as you were learning to write with a pencil. So you could turn the thing here, the selector, and figure out, which hole you had to put it in to sharpen it. And it was usually mounted on the wall, and you would just go there and sharpen your pencil. Um, I'd love to have one of these just for fun. So Janae got this for $1 at an estate sale, sold in a couple of weeks for $25. And I know a lot of you watching remember these. That's so funny. That just brings back memories of being in elementary school. Because do kids even use pencils anymore? Everything's on the computer now. Okay, here's a good brand if you're not familiar with Sundance. This is Robert Redford's clothing brand, and he has a whole catalog. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Stephanie, who is also one of my wonderful virtual assistants, um, paid $3 for this and sold in 48 hours for $35.99. So let's see. She's got, oh, that is pretty. Yeah, Sundance is an expensive brand. This is what the tag looks like. I mean, it looks like a basic old boring brand, but it's expensive. Um, so it still has the extra buttons on there. And her title is Sundance Shirt Dress Size 6 Navy with Green Floral Print 50 Style Short Sleeve New. So another example of my virtual assistants who know how to write those titles so that your items will sell. And here you go. She listed this and it sold in 48 hours. So great job on that. All right, let's see what else we can find. Marie, free from her mother-in-law, sold for best offer of $25 overnight. Have a lot more of her lingerie to list. So here you go. Another item that only the old people are going to know what it is. Girdle. I never wore one, but my mother and grandmother did, and I just was like, that looks like the most uncomfortable thing in the world. Vintage Playtex, I can't believe it's a girdle. XX large long leg, and it's pre-owned. She's got the box with it, which is great. There's the vintage tag. Um, Now I will say that these types of items may be shipped to men who dress in drag, and that's perfectly fine. They like to buy things online too. Whatever they want to do with it's fine. Um, so don't be alarmed if you get strange questions, or just know that that might be what's going on. Um, I've sold several, and they, that was the case because they told me. So, anyway, that's just another subset of customers that we can all sell things to. So if you've got girdles, or if you're not looking for them, and you're out there shopping for things to resell, um, they do sell. Okay, I'm going to scoot down here to the bottom and pick on some people that post late in the game, because if you're on the West Coast, a lot of times you don't get your post up until later in the day. So you can post on this thread all week. You don't have to just do it on Mondays. So let's see what else we've got. Carolyn purchased the whole set at Goodwill for $6, sold overnight internationally for $69.97. And what is it? It is Pottery Barn Kids Bailey Mermaid full sheet set with pillowcases. There you go, $69.97. There's the Pottery Barn Kids label. That's the kind of thing I look for. I don't do a lot of bedding, but I do look to see if it's Pottery Barn because that sells really well. So you just can't beat that for a quick flip. $6 and she sold it for $70 and sold internationally. She didn't say where she sent it to, but this is why you want to do international shipping because you are increasing your buyer pool by millions of people, maybe billions. So get on that international shipping. Carolyn sold a lot. All right, I'm going to pick one more here and then wrap this up for today. Iris. I see you, Iris. Um, One of my frequent YouTube commenters. I found these Jimmy Choo career pumps at Goodwill retail, paid $4.99 plus tax, researched and learned the model name, mentioned I messed up bottom of shoe trying to get ink off, listed for $110 or so in June, took $85 plus shipping. Keeping fingers crossed they fit and won't be returned. Sold despite of no white background. So let's take a look at that. And there they are. They look like a lot like the classic Ferragamo flats with the classic gold buckle here. So they are pretty. Black patent leather with a gold heel. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that little bit on the bottom there. Sometimes you just can't get this stuff off the bottom. If you're really worried about it, you can always color over it with a Sharpie and just, make it a little colored in box so they can't see what the price was. Um, these are very cool. The soles are easy to recognize the brand. I've not found any Jimmy Choos yet. Well, I have, but the thrift store had them so overpriced I wasn't going to buy them. So these are really pretty. And those were $4.99 and she sold them for $85 on best offer. Beautiful, beautiful shoes. Okay, well, I am going to wrap that up today. Oh, wait, here's Monica. Poor Monica had the hardest time getting Dropbox figured out, but we got her squared away. She paid $3 at Goodwill, sold for $38.99 in 12 hours, and she did use our listing service for this. And what is this item? This is a Johnny O Prep Performance Henley zip pullover. I have not heard of this brand. So this must be a surfer thing because here in Georgia, we don't know anything about surfing. We don't have anywhere to do it. Um, I'll have to look up that brand. I've not heard of that before. So, okay, great job, Monica. Glad to see you're already seeing some success with that. So, if you are not in my Facebook group, come join us. You don't have to post anything, but it's a great place to read. Um, I could sit here all day long and make these videos about the Money Making Mondays. It's just not, I just don't have time to do every single thing that's posted on here, but you'll definitely learn. So, would love to hear your comments on any of these items, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great week on eBay. Bye.